We'll continue to track some of these showers and storms pushing in this morning on that weather alert day. And again, some of these going to be on the stronger side of the spectrum. This is what some folks are waking up to. And this is more so just some garden variety shower and thunderstorm activity up around Macon as we get you going this morning. Looking at that radar, this is what's headed our direction. It's back toward the west and a lot of lightning within that leading edge. So expect that here as we get into the next really couple of hours by 8 and 9 o'clock. This is all going to be overspreading the area. I'm thinking anywhere along and south of I-70 is going to see that best bet at seeing some of these stronger storms. You can kind of already see where I'm coming up with that. That's where a lot of that heavier lightning is located here as we get into that 7 o'clock hour. Already gotten some reports of some hail, some smaller hail, peas the dime size here as we got into that first batch of storms here about 5 to 6 o'clock. That's going to overspread the area. All of us going to be looking at some showers and thunderstorms in one form or fashion as we get into 9, 10, 11 o'clock, the later morning hours. And then we're going to move a lot of that off toward the east and take a bit of a break in the activity. Now, how long that break lasts, that's going to determine just how strong some of these storms are later on today. Thinking really not going to look at anything becoming widespread in terms of that severe weather, but that threat is still going to be there as we get into this afternoon, even into this evening. Again, you get to up to about 9 to 10 o'clock as we continue the latest run of FUTURETRACK across mid-Missouri. I think after that, the severe threat's over as we get a lot of us maybe heading to bed for our Wednesday night. We'll still deal with the rain as we get into the overnight hours, but it's not going to be anything strong or even severe for that matter as we get into tomorrow. Getting into that severe setup again, a lot of this rides on just how far north that warm front's going to be making it, and it still does not look like it's going to make it far enough north for us to be a little bit more concerned. And you can kind of see that on instability tracker. Some of those riper yellows and greens down toward the south, you can see those storms taking back off as we get into this afternoon and evening and chewing up some of that instability as we get into later portions for our Wednesday. That's what we're going to be tracking as we go forward. Again, starting to look like we have this thing pretty nailed down, and if we're going to be seeing anything strong or even severe, hail and gusty winds going to be the primary threats that we're tracking. A lot of lightning and that flooding potential. That tornado threat, again, it's not zero, but it is pretty low. And again, if we do see that, realize it's going to be that afternoon potential later on today. Rainfall amount, again, 1 to 2 inches across the board. Some of us going to be looking at about 3 to maybe some isolated 4-inch amounts. That is more than enough to cause some issues as we get into tomorrow by the time this all starts wrapping back up. Looking at that ABC 17 Storm Track 7-day forecast, a lot to go over today into tomorrow, but we finally settle things down as we get into this weekend.